In a question like this, it's already written in standard form, and many people tend to multiply out x by x plus, they tend to multiply x with 5x plus 2. That is not something you're supposed to do because this equation has already been factorized. See, so what you need to do here is to just say x is equal to 0, or x is equal to, 5x plus 2 is equal to 0, because it's already factorized. It's in this form where you have two brackets that are equal to 0, but then instead of using a bracket for x, they didn't use the bracket. So don't be confused by that. Sometimes it would normally look something like this: x plus 1 and x plus 2. Here you would say x plus 1 is equal to 0, or you'd say x plus 2 is equal to 0. This is the same thing. It's already factorized. So this is how you would do it. And then of course, let's continue. If we take 2 to the left, it becomes negative. And then we divide on both sides by 5 because we only want x, right? So 5 and 5 will cancel. As a result, we will have x is equal to negative 2 over 5. So that's our answer. This is basically how you would do it. It's that easy. Now let's do 1.2. On 1.2, you are told that you need to write your answer and make sure that you correct 2 decimal places. Whenever they say correct 2 decimal places, what should come to your mind is the quadratic formula, because they know that you will not be able to solve this question by factorizing it. So whenever they say correct 2 decimal places, quickly write down your equation. For x is in general will be equal to negative b plus minus right, plus minus b squared minus 4ac over 2a. This is the formula you're going to be using. And of course, let me write down what's given. And we're given 2x minus 3 is equal to 4. So before we use this formula, we need to write the x multiplied by 2x minus 3 is equal to 4 in a form in which we can use this formula. So we have to multiply everything out so that it exhibits a quadratic expression. So let's take this equation and we write it. So x multiplied by 2x is going to be 2x squared. And x multiplied by negative 3 is going to be negative 3x. And then when we take 4 to the left, it becomes negative 4. And that's all going to be equal to 0. Okay, now we can see that we have A here, we have B here, and we also have C there. We wouldn't be able to see our A, B, and C if we were to just use the equation as it is. So this was necessary to do. Now let's substitute everything into the formula and see what we get. B is equal to negative 3. So we put negative 3 there, plus, minus, negative 3 again in the place of B, minus 4a. In the place of a, we have 2. In the place of c, we have negative 4. And then divide the whole thing by 2a. In the place of a, we have 2. When you use your calculator, you're gonna get, let me break it down a bit. So this is gonna be positive 3 plus minus. This is gonna be 9 plus 32. 9 plus 32 is equal to 41 over 4. Therefore, you'll get x is equal to, the first answer that you write is going to have a positive with it. Or the second one was going to have a negative. Negative. That's the significance of plus minus. It simply means that you have two possible solutions. The first solution is having a positive value, a positive value in front of the square root, and the second answer is going to have a negative in front of the thingy, the square root. So here what you will see is that x is going to be equal to 2.35 or 2.35, or x is going to be equal to negative 0.85. So that's how you would do this question. You just have to punch down these numbers in your calculator, and you will get the answer because you're allowed to use a calculator.